Alrighty, so as I mentioned, now that my rat head is sorted out, there is something hitting in the back. I don't know if I can do this, it's sitting on the jack. I'll have to show you once the wheel's off. There is a little piece that is hitting that I need to clearance to make my life a little easier. To do that, I need to have the weight of the truck on the ground with the wheel off. So I'm gonna try to fit, these might be a little too tall underneath the control arms, or I might end up making some wooden stands out of these 2x4s I got here. Well, I mean, I could just do this with the jack, to be brutally honest with you. Here is where I need to clearance. I knew this was gonna happen anyways. You can see in there, ooh, how can I do this? So right here, the axle, it does have maybe an inch of clearance to this one mount here. It's gonna be worse in the back. Just how tight to that mount it is in here. So I mean, there is room here, but that's not a lot of suspension travel. It is sitting on this one bolt right here right now. It is touching that mount on the link bolt there. So I'm probably gonna end up notching like, oh geez, most of this out. Yeah, from about here till a nice half circle, kind of down to where that weld is on the bottom there. And that's probably gonna be more than enough room. And then if I'm worried about the structural integrity of this, I can lop this mount off the side of the diff and weld another piece of plate in here so it's nice and sturdy. But for now, I am going to just mark that out, hit it with probably my angle grinder to go zoop, 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 and then use a die grinder to clean that hole up. As long as the suspension doesn't hit the ground. Or the jack. Ooh, that was close. I do have this piece of tubing here that is just a bit larger than the diameter of that axle. So I can stick this in here, and then I can do my my marking with this guy here. So it's gonna need to go here, roughly here. And then I can probably use this as a rough template. Ah, you know what, I'm just gonna freehand it. What the hell. We'll keep it consistent, so we can start from here. Oh, there's so much spatter on here I never cleaned off. I think that should give me more than enough clearance for now, until I have to, you know, shave that way down. Yeah, you know, I think I can work with that. And what I might do here, just so it doesn't look so stupid, is just carry this kind of straight out this way. Well, you know, something in like that will be fine. All right, so I ended up taking the box off and the tank out so I don't burn the tank, and so I have more room to work in this one spot here. I'm probably gonna cut a little bit less than this because the suspension geometry is a little messed up because these links aren't hooked up yet. So I'll cut a little bit less. If I need to go more, then I can go more. And then I can use the piece that I cut out from this side as a reference for all four. All right, you got this bad boy fired up. It's one of those kind of like eBay special plasma cutters, but it does the job. For everything my dad and I've needed it for, it's actually worked really good. Oops. I also cannot see that line. Beautiful. Look at that. Yeah, I think that looks better. It looks intentional that way, you know? Well, doesn't look too bad. And honestly, I might do this one kind of the same. I don't need to, but I could. So it would look consistent front to back. Yeah, that might look better actually. Yep, that was definitely the move. The curves aren't exactly the same, but it looks intentional, so I like that a little better. Plus, I probably do need clearance for this at some point, so because this will end up hitting there if this jumps too high. So I think we're good. I'm gonna go cut the other 3 off camera and call that good. Alrighty, we got this one done all the way through. That'll give me loads of clearance for that axle. The back one, I just did the radius on the outside and not the inside, mainly because this is kind of in my way. And the outside is more just for looks, so it looks appealing if you see it from the outside. And of course, the driver's side, cut just as much out. Looks just as good, there'll be lots of clearance. And now I'm going to set you down, bust out the 5-inch grinder, and just go to town cleaning them up. I'm gonna have to move you over because you're in my way. All right, I'm gonna call that good enough. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of them off camera because it's gonna take me forever, and I'll come back. Alrighty, well my camera ended up dying in the middle of that process, but this is all cleaned up and looking nice. The wheels are now on it, and the tank is just sitting there for a little bit of weight. I might end up chucking the box back on one more time. We'll see. I can compensate for the weight of that with some other stuff just lying around too. So, but I mean, like, take a look at this. This is looking super nice. There's loads of clearance for that axle, top and bottom. And then this is just radius to look, you know, like it matches. You're not really gonna see it with the wheel in there, but yeah, if anyone looks, it's there. Same with this side. This side's all nice and done. So let's drop the weight down and see what it looks like. Whee. All right. And to unload the suspension, because the wheels are gonna be, you know, sitting like this because of the independent suspension, we can just jam the jack right into the control arm, kind of like this, and you'll notice, there we go, it picks it up, moves it out, and there's the natural position. So there's 2 things to keep in mind here. 1, there's less weight on the suspension right now, and 2, the suspension's trying to preload backwards just due to the nature, the way it's set up without these links holding it, you know, stationary from moving left and right, forward and backwards rather. You can see that in the bolt here. It's touching on the edge of the spring right here. So it's trying to load up in that direction. I can probably show you like this. Ignore my socks and flops. Yeah, there we go. You can see it's meant to roll forwards a little bit, but this is still a good reference of where this is supposed to be. You can see I got tons of clearance with that notch in there, so it'll make up for the hard cornering I'm going to be doing. Oh yeah, that's, what was that? Whatever. There, you can see I get loads, absolutely loads of suspension travel here. Well, more than I'll probably ever need. I think I'm happy with that. Now I can start to focus on these 4 links here, and I got some parts coming in the mail. They're not here yet, so I'll have to cut to when those come in.